Well, guys, I pretty much missed the bloodbath today. I did. Um, I was hoping that I could capitalize on this big move here to the downside, but I was busy working most of the day, and unfortunately, I missed out on it. I called it out pretty much perfect targets here, pretty much perfect from my morning video. Okay, guys. Now we can see that clearly right here you can draw yourself a support rectangle here. Uh, I would say, uh, yeah, this should be support. Okay, this here turns the resistance now. Okay, so there you guys go. That's what we got going on here. So I got two fibs on here. Okay, yeah, Fibonacci levels. And as you guys know, I anchored it off of last week's weekly 5 SMA. Okay, and it matched up so perfect with the levels and stuff. Um, I did not change my fids from last week. I kept them exactly the same. Look how we came down right into that 5 SMA. Also, that our market maker moves right here as well. So we came into that. Our expected market maker move low for the week. We tagged it at the same time hitting this. Okay. We're also clearly into a pivot area. So, very important possible support right here, right now. Uh, so we did 100% of the possible target, so I put this on there this morning, you know, but, ideally we've basically just completed the cycle here. So heads up on that. So this could very well be a bounce point. We'll see how it plays out here. We are below the daily 20 SMA now here on the NQs. So we really did take it on the chin today on the NQs. We losing the 20. Uh, that's not necessarily good. So heads up on that. And we lost 78.6 on the monthly. Okay. So that's another thing to think about here. So we're not at a monthly support, and like I said, we lost our daily 20 as well. So uh, first thing we need to do is come back up, back test it, and see if we can accept prices back above the daily 20. So I think that's something primary that we're probably going to see tomorrow, is to see if they see a back and test to see if we can get back to the daily 20 SMA tomorrow. So be very mindful of that going forward here. Okay. But yeah, anybody who took my advice in the morning video, congratulations. You were on the right side of the trail. Okay. Uh, Similar situation. I got these fids based off of last week's uh, weekly 5 SMA. Right here it was. Okay. And I drew my fibs off of last week. It was down here. Okay. And the fibs lined up so perfect, I didn't change it. Okay. So S&Ps are doing better here. We're still holding above the 78.6 on the monthly. Okay. And we came right into the wave 4 target zone. And so basically right here, right now, this kind of looks like a potential. I'm going to 4 hour real quick. These are weekly webs. Okay, guys. Okay. So this is potentially uh, a pivot area here, guys. So let's see here, 78.6. There you go. So this should be potentially a buy the dip zone right here, right now on the ESs. Okay. So heads up on that. That is potentially a buy the dip zone. It does seem like that's exactly what we're doing. This here turns to new resistance now. All right, there you go, guys. Okay, now I just have to draw that over. Activate. Over here. There you go. There you go. So new resistance, new support. So we'll see how it plays out tomorrow. There's a really good chance that they're going to try to defend that. We were looking for a wave 4 reset. I think that has completed. Okay, so let's be mindful of that going forward here. Now, if you put your volumes on your charts here real quick, if you give me 1 second here. So volumes did pick up a little bit today. We did manage to get to the average volume today here on the ESs. Let's see if the NQ is actually above average volume or not. Yeah, we did above average volume. So yeah, so there was some serious stuff happening here, guys, on the daily here on the NQs and SPY. Now, if you go on a weekly, the volume charts are going to be a lot different. See, we're still below average because we've had yesterday we had very low volume. We're still below average on the NQs, and ES will be below average too on the weekly. So heads up on that. Okay, so just that's something to think about going forward here. Okay, given all the turmoil and stuff in the markets today, the Russell's holding up relatively well. Okay, so that's something to definitely keep in watch here, going forward here. Uh, so we're still trying to put in a higher low here on the Russell for a breakout. Okay, whereas the how's the ESs and stuff looking here on the higher low thing. So yeah, so basically, so we've invalidated this low on the on well, let's go on the daily. Well, the weekly. Let's go on the weekly. So what we're looking for here on the for this week, we have not taken out last week's low yet. So we're looking for a move down on the ESs. You have to take out the 63.85. So this is not saying that the markets are trending at all. It's just inside weekly noise. So the bullish trend has not been nullified. Now the NQs, on the other hand, look at this. We are stair stepping down here on the NQs. So this is suggesting we have a change in trend in the NQs. So be very mindful of that potential change of trend in the NQs. And then the Russell, whoops, on the weekly here. So we have looked slightly below the prior week. That's all I can say here. So basically, it's a risk-on area just like the Nasdaq, but it's trying to come down, but it has not succeeded so far in this sell-off. Now, if the sell-off continues to gain steam, well, then things can change. So, but right now we've already hit the expected move lows for the week, and you don't want to think things are going to be a lot worse, until proven otherwise. I would think we're coming in tomorrow, and it's more likely that you're going to see the markets opening green tomorrow morning. So I actually tried to take a SPX call idea when I got home from work, and I had to stop. It came hit down. I almost got low ticked on the day on the options, and so what I was doing here, let's go on 30 minutes. SPX, see this area down here? Hit this. This is a support. I was buying down in here, but I had one more candle that took me out of the trade before it popped. It closed. I would have made money if I had just held to the close. I would have made about 30% on the trade, but that's the way it goes on the SPX lottos. I had the 6400 strike. It ended up closing 6411. What was the in price here? 6400s. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, so you probably would have. They probably settled somewhere around $11 a contract. I got in at 540, I think. Wow. Yeah, that sucks. uh, yeah. So basically, it was a double, but you had to hold into the last minute for that to work. You actually had to hold into the close because if you see what how that played out, 30 minutes or 2 minutes, um, yeah, right here, these last that last 2 minutes, see how it just exploded. The last basically 4 minutes, it just exploded, and that made 100% trade if I would have stayed in the trade. That's the way it goes. Uh, and this is a story I'm seeing all week long. SPX. Every time I get stopped out, I could have had 100% or greater on the trade. It's to the point now that even if I'm down in SPX, I'm wanting to just let it run because it seems like it always comes back. So, but as soon as I do it, you know how what's going to happen. So, okay, thanks for listening, and hopefully you guys, uh, you know, hopefully you're not overly short going into tomorrow. There's a really, in my opinion, there's a decent chance that they're going to try keep a bid under it overnight. So be careful.